All right, so we are in Fiery Furnace round number 2, this time armed with the permits. Huge axe to grind. So I'm going to start with the whole parking situation. They issue 75 permits for parking. Is there 75 parking spaces? The answer is no. The problem is that there's like not even for half of that amount, maybe for a third of that amount. So as you may have noticed, I am parked here off to the side with a whole bunch of vehicles coming and going, and we're doing this number after having to listen to a shtick about protecting soils and everything like that. The second thing is, after giving them your fecal sample, age, sex, location, gender identity, sexual orientation, results of your colonoscopy, paying obviously for the permit itself, for the entrance to the park and all these other things, you can only pick up the permit in person. And in order for you to pick it up in person, they open up at a very particular time. Naturally, you sit in line, yada, yada, yada. Very unfortunately for people that have badly parked is every once in a while there's people that pull out. And by the time because of like the sheer volume of vehicles, you can't repark basically. Anywho, the thing about the permits, not only do you need the permits, you need to keep them visible. You need to give them your vehicle license number. And they also check them. So between that, and that, we are 100% legal. So I am looking forward to actually doing the hike. This is going to be the grand finale for both my mom and I, to the backdrop of La Salle Mountains and Fiery Furnace awaits, I guess, which is right there. Now here's another little interesting tidbit. As you know, I have physical issues after my car accident. So you're gonna have to read between the lines there. Okay? They have, I swear to God, 2 handicapped places in a place where you physically can't do anything as a handicapped person. And because they have 2 handicapped places, they basically sacrificed 4 parking spaces for people. You could see the handicapped places right behind me over there. Why? I have no idea. You physically can't do anything here as a handicapped person on this hike. Is what it is, I guess. Nonetheless, we got our permits, we got all the things figured out, this and that and the third. We're parked crooked and sideways and in the sand. I got stuck immediately, so I put it into 4-wheel drive to get myself unstuck. And now we're going to do the hike.